We have a problem if we don't.
Yeah.
Like, just because Trump thought of it, I'm not against it. Something that would stop the increasing number of rogue missiles that are in this world from maybe coming over here and incinerating me. Yeah, mark me down as a pro for that. I'm pro having, now, can we do it? I don't know. And the ballroom, I don't give a I really don't give a I was reading, it shows you like how the media is. Everything is always on one side or the other. When he's first mentioned it, it was like all about, oh my God, he's desecrating the White House. Then I finally read, oh, well, you know, they've done to the White House before. It's just a building.
People are starting to turn red, and honestly, it's shocking. I never thought I'd see the day this happened. But here we are. Listen closely as these two longtime political heavyweights break down how Trump is managing to win over even some of the most dedicated liberals. Let's dive in.
Trump wants to build a new missile defense system called the Golden Dome. Ah, yes, I read about this. That could cost hundreds of billions of dollars. Is that a good use of money?
Well, I mean, look, he's building, he wants to build an arch on the mall. You know, he's building a place he can dance at the White House and do the YMCA. He's going to do that there. And he wants to build a dome. I mean,
you got to protect the dance hall.
True. By the way, I'm very excited. I'm very excited with, you know, when the Democrats take the White House in 2028, when we have the ballroom, you know, the Pride Month in February is going to be great in that ballroom.
Many Democrats are reacting with outrage to Trump's decision to build a ballroom inside the White House. To them, it's more than a renovation. It's disrespect. They've framed it as yet another example of Trump treating a historic landmark like his personal playground. Democrat Jared Moskowitz even mocked the idea, joking that Trump just wants a place to dance the YMCA dance, a line that went viral across social media. But Bill Maher wasn't laughing. He fired back with a sharp response that turned the criticism on its head. Maher argued that the outrage says far more about Democrats' obsession with Trump than about the ballroom itself. His reaction captured the growing frustration among moderates who are exhausted with the constant overreactions to everything Trump does. Take a listen to Maher's comeback. Classic Maher, sharp, witty, and brutally honest.
Problem if we don't.
Yeah.
Like, just because Trump thought of it, I'm not against it. Something that would stop the increasing number of rogue missiles that are in this world from maybe coming over here and incinerating me. Yeah, mark me down as a pro for that. I'm pro having, now, can we do it? I don't know. You know, I read, you know, he says it'll take 3 years and 180 billion, and they say, well, that's it's going to take, whatever it is. Of course, everything is over scheduled and over, it never comes in on time.
Maher didn't hesitate to call out the DNC for their reflexive opposition to anything associated with Trump. According to him, Democrats have reached a point where if Trump says rain is wet, they'll insist it's dry, simply because he said it. He pointed to Trump's proposed Golden Dome, a missile defense system designed to protect the U.S. from foreign threats. Instead of acknowledging the idea's potential merit, Maher said Democrats dismissed it immediately just because it came from Trump, and he wasn't done. In the next segment, he tackled the so-called ballroom controversy, delivering a fiery response that didn't just roast Trump's critics, it exposed how political obsession has blinded some people to basic common sense.
To me, a worthy thing. And the ballroom, I don't give a I really don't give a I was reading, it shows you like how the media is. Everything is always on one side or the other. When he's first mentioned it, it was like all about, oh my God, he's desecrating the White House. Then I finally read, oh, well, you know, they've done to the White House before. It's just a building, I think. Also, like, I realized after reading other people, we don't have a place when they have state dinners. They're doing it in a tent. This is America. So do I give a that he's doing this to the White House? I really don't.
Right, look.
Maher also highlighted an important point. Those massive event tents used at the White House aren't cheap. Back during Obama's administration, renting one for a single major event reportedly cost over $1 million for one night. In reality, building a permanent ballroom actually saves money over time. It's practical, elegant, and eliminates ongoing rental fees. But the DNC didn't seem interested in those facts. Instead, they criticized the idea simply because it was Trump's. That, Maher argued, is exactly the problem. The inability to acknowledge any reasonable idea from Trump, even when it's clearly more cost-effective for future administrations. And to top it all off, the funding was raised privately, not taxpayer money.
Raise the money privately.
Yeah, and it's private money.
You know, and if Newsom wants to knock it down when he's president, then he can knock it down, right?
Save your ire for the things that matter.
That's right. But they don't know what matters.
Well,
you know as well as I do.
I don't give a shit.
That the media is not in the business any longer of reporting what matters. It's not. They make their money either hating or loving Donald Trump. Yeah. That's where the cash register is. What matters doesn't matter to them. Okay. You know that.
O'Reilly jumped in, saying none of that matters to the media. And he has a point. According to him, many outlets no longer care about facts. Only clicks, ratings, and outrage. Their formula is simple. Either rile up their audience or cozy up to Trump for attention. There's no middle ground, no nuance, and very little effort to present the truth. Accuracy has taken a back seat to engagement, and sensationalism has replaced journalism. O'Reilly argues that this toxic cycle is exactly why millions of Americans no longer trust the mainstream press. Instead of informing the public, the modern media manipulates emotions, creating division instead of delivering facts.
That Mamdani's election will lead more financial organizations to leave New York City for Wall Street South in Florida. Tell me, I've read that term just recently, Wall Street South, Florida. This is your state. What is that?
A lot of Wall Street guys have moved to Palm Beach. It's been happening really since COVID. It's accelerated with increases in taxes. It's not just out of New York. It's New Jersey, Connecticut, it's Chicago, it's California.
So they're fleeing high tax blue states for Florida.
And this is the luckiest guy in the world that Mamdani got elected, because his district is going to explode. My house, I live 8 miles outside of Queens, has gone up 20% in value since Mamdani announced. Okay? Because people aren't going to pay the punishing taxes. New York is the highest tax state in the union.
But you said your house value's gone up.
Yeah, because they're moving to Nassau County.
Oh, they're moving out of the city.
Out of the city, and they can still take the train back in the city and not pay the million.
Now the question becomes, what will he actually deliver? Speculation doesn't matter anymore. Actions will define everything. If Mamdani leans too far into socialist-style policies, he risks alienating moderates and independents, which could hand Trump a major advantage in the next election. But if he governs smartly, sticks to core democratic values, and earns genuine public trust, he could put the DNC in a much stronger position heading into 2028. His success or failure could reshape not only his own future, but the direction of the entire Democratic Party. The next few months will show whether Mamdani becomes a unifying figure, or just another polarizing name in American politics.
What people don't understand is he can't raise the taxes unless the state okays it, and the state is not going to okay it. So this is just smoke and mirrors. And the younger people who voted for him, they don't understand that. They don't know what seizing the means of production is, but Ken Griffin does. He's the big Wall Street titan. He knows what it is, and that's why he's down in Palm Beach.
We'll see if they move. I mean, you saw Bill.
They're going to move.
Well, look,
they're already moving.
Hold on, Bill Ackman threatened.
No, they're not.
Hold on.
People say they're going to move all the time after elections. They don't do it.
Bill Ackman said he was going to move.
You know how many people moved out of New York City in the last 3 years? 600,000.
O'Reilly argues that the recent exodus from New York is directly connected to Mamdani's election as mayor. And honestly, he might be onto something. If Mamdani follows through with plans like heavy millionaire taxes or seizing production lines to redistribute wealth, New York could experience the same type of mass departure California saw under Gavin Newsom. Wealthy residents and major employers won't stay where they feel targeted. They'll simply relocate to states with friendlier tax structures. O'Reilly warns that this kind of economic flight could cripple New York's financial ecosystem, costing jobs, shrinking tax revenue, and worsening the divide between political elites and working-class citizens. If Mamani isn't careful, his progressive experiment could backfire dramatically.
People move in America, and you're right.
No, but they're not moving because they want a better view. They like to keep more of their money that they earn.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, Florida is a really good case study. So when DeSantis became governor, there were 250,000 more registered Democrats in Florida when he became governor 8 years ago. Now there's 1.4 million more registered Republicans in Florida. That's all migration from COVID and re-registration from COVID, 100%. Right. So it absolutely is happening. Whether they will abandon New York in droves, I mean, Bill Ackman's a really good example. He said he was going to leave, right? He's been going after Mamdani. He spent a lot of money on him. And then the day Mamdani won, he said, I'm willing to talk and sit down and work with you. That doesn't sound like he's packing his bags. Well, it's not everybody,
but look, if you're a person in New York City earning $150,000, okay, that's a lot of money for most people in the United States. That's nothing in New York City. 150K doesn't get you very much. Right. It gets you in and out.
Especially with another wave of new taxes coming, it's clear why people are leaving. It's not about COVID anymore. That was years ago. What's driving people out now is economic pressure. High taxes, excessive regulations, and endless bureaucracy have already hollowed out California, sending families and major companies to states like Texas and Florida. O'Reilly believes New York is headed down the same dangerous path. When you make it harder for businesses to operate and for residents to keep their earnings, they take their money and their jobs elsewhere.
At a certain level, are going to say, I'm going to the congressman's state because there's no state tax there. There's no local tax there. I get to keep more of my money. This isn't complicated.
Well, I've looked at moving because I'd like to keep more of my money too. And
where should Maher move?
I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not moving anywhere.
No?
No.
Not going to stay?
And the taxes here are ridiculous, but it's still Southern California.
Right.
O'Reilly then asks an interesting question. If Bill Maher ever decided to leave California, where should he go? Maher has openly complained about California's crushing marginal tax rates and overwhelming bureaucracy. From permit delays to tangled regulations on construction and business operations, he says the red tape is real and exhausting. So if Maher ever leaves, it won't just be about finding better scenery. It'll be about finding a place with lower taxes, less bureaucracy, and the freedom to live and work without constant government obstacles.
Vance or Rubio has a better chance at winning in 2028. Well, they got to wrestle the nomination away from Trump, which is probably not going to happen. Well, I mean, who knows?
It's a totally different country.
What?
In 2028 than it is now. Totally different country next year. These nitwits on television go, oh, this is a harbinger of the midterms. You know how many things are going to change in the next 12 months?
Democrats are going to in the midterms for the same reason they this week. Democrats are going to wipe.
Depends. It depends. It depends if the prices come down.
Well, it's not just the prices.
Oh,
it's just,
that's the big one.
It's the perception that the people who get into power are always drunk with power. This administration.
Maher has become fixated on the idea that Trump won't relinquish power in the next election, sounding alarms as if the outcome is already written. It's starting to feel exaggerated. O'Reilly, however, takes a steadier view. He reminds Maher that a year or two is a long time in politics, and things can shift quickly. We're only a year into Trump's administration, and making predictions this early is unreliable. History shows political momentum can swing overnight. Public opinion changes. Unexpected events reshape everything. O'Reilly's point is simple: patience matters. Obsessing over hypothetical scenarios doesn't help anyone, in short. Maher's fear that Trump will refuse to leave office is premature. O'Reilly notes that politics is fluid, and it's far too early to make such definitive predictions. And with that, we wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.